What's up, guys? It's Jawnz. We've got another stunt here from Pauline Hanson. She's won the burqa again into the Senate, so let's just take a quick look at this.
Case of deja vu, Andrew. Have a look at this. Of course, Pauline Hanson, the One Nation leader, not the first time that she has done this, walking into the Senate chamber wearing a...
So immediately, this is just so juvenile. It really is. I don't know how else to put it. Like, I'm a big supporter of it, but it is a bit juvenile. But again, you know, there's so many double standards at the moment that I think that this sort of behaviour, it seems to be the only way that you can get anything done is by this in-your-face sort of juvenile behaviour. So let's continue.
Burqa. Now, this comes after earlier this afternoon, she had attempted to move a bill in the Senate to ban the burqa.
The question that I have is, how was she able to get through to past security? Like, surely not any person can just walk onto the floor of the Senate. So obviously she's past that, and then she's quickly, you know, donned it or whatever. Look, it's completely justified.
Burqa and similar face coverings from being worn in public places. To make a point, she says she's now walked into Parliament wearing the burqa, which has triggered a short suspension now. There was quite some backlash from other senators calling her out for this behaviour. Viewers might remember a similar occasion in 2017 where Senator Hanson also did this, wearing the burqa in the chamber in protest, trying to get support for her burqa-ban bill. Let's show you some of the reaction that took place here, noting that the...
And if you think about it, it's fundamentally, it is an oppression of women that comes from the Islamic faith. It doesn't come from a religious place of love. It comes from a religious place of oppression. Islam's still living in the Crusades, and their doctrine is just extremely violent and oppressive. And there's a reason why there are no Muslim debaters. You can go and look up on YouTube. There are none. There are none, because their careers just get destroyed. Because when you actually look at it with any historical accuracy, Christianity makes a lot more sense than Islam does. It's a kind of a 600-year afterthought, and they're kind of mad about it, and history proves that. They've always been the ones who are the aggressors. And it's been the Christians and the Jews who have always had to retaliate. And if anyone tells you otherwise, you need to go and read history books that are written prior to 1950.
Senate, in response to this, has now suspended while they deal with it. That's the phrasing that's being used. Some Green senators even calling for Senator Hanson to be suspended temporarily. But let's show you some of the reaction that's just come through.
Clearly, what has happened today is not a genuine demonstration of faith. In fact, it is the middle finger to people of faith. It is extremely racist and unsafe.
I mean, again, you're using the racist word, like there's nothing racial about Islam. It's a religion. It's Islamophobia, if that's the word that you want to use. But again, people, they don't even know the words that are coming out of their mouth. You know, like, Islam is a choice. Being born with a certain skin colour or in a certain part of the world is not a choice. That's the difference. Like, these people don't understand. They just lob it all into the same category, and it's just not good enough. Like, these people are in the Senate, and I agree with what she's saying. I agree with what you are saying, but with the message, but the way that you say it is just as bad and juvenile as what Pauline's done. Like, that's what these leftists, they don't understand, is that just them existing is so juvenile, and saying these words is just so juvenile.
Senator Hanson, all of us in this place have a great privilege in coming into this chamber, a great privilege, and we represent in our states.
Yeah, because you've been voted in. That's the privilege. And Pauline continues to get voted in, and she continues to do these stunts. So obviously she is a reflection of the people. And these people, they're so out of touch. It's insane to me how fucking stupid and how blind you have to that you can't see it from this way.
People of every faith, of all backgrounds, and we should do so decently. And what we should not do in this place, whatever views we may have on policy, is to be this disrespectful.
Agreed.
Senator Hanson's bill did not...
As much as I have my criticisms about Islam, I would say that most of the Muslims practicing their faith are non-violent, non-oppressive, and they're, adopting more Christian kind of beliefs. So I've got no problem with that. And I think that things do need to be respected to a certain point, as much as they are criticised.
Get debated, did not get voted on, Andrew. She didn't even get the chance to fully introduce it, but we can show you here this angle, which is probably the clearest shot of Senator Hanson walking in with that burqa. Not for the first time, the second time she's done it, about 8 years in between, Andrew. But the Senate does remain suspended for now, and we await to see what implications or consequences there might be. You could see there some of the anger from the Greens.
Yeah, the Greens are obviously going to be up in arms about this. But then there's a Bruce federal MP, Assistant Minister, Citizenship and Customs. Never fucking heard of this guy, never seen him before, but he came up in my feed, so I had to give him a bit of a serve.
Senator Pauline Hanson's latest Burqa stunt is frankly just boring. It's from her same old tired racist playbook. She didn't just...
Again, he's using racist playbook, like... She doesn't care that you call her a racist, dude. It's got nothing to do with the colour of the skin.
Get up this morning and look in the wardrobe and think, oh, what am I going to put on today? Oh, I'll get out the burqa and put it on. She does this deliberately to offend people and to create outrage.
Yes.
She just shits on groups of her fellow Australians when it suits her. Pauline Hanson doesn't care about you. She doesn't care about improving the lives of Australians, doing the actual hard work of the parliament and policy. She spent the last 2 weeks flouncing around America instead of being here doing her job. If she just wants to play dress-ups or disrupt the place, she should bugger off and go home and do it on her own time. Let the parliament get on with the work we're here to do.
I mean, he's just an absolute joke. Like, I mean, this guy spends $500,000 just for him in his cabinet of taxpayer dollars just to fund his campaign. And in the last 5 years, he's affected 3 positions of policy. And one of them, quite ironically, is that the federal government is spending too much money. So it's so funny, the hypocrisy here. And also like he's spending so much money, like, come on, brother. And also there's pictures of him like dressed up in turbans, and I guess it's a different kind, it's more of a celebratory thing. I get it, but again, the hypocrisy is just ridiculous. Like it's just about optics, for this guy. It's not actually about the message that matters. It's just about what it looks like. So him dressed up in a turban, hugging a couple of other Indian guys in turbans is okay, but Pauline Hanson going in with a burqa on is not okay. We can all see the difference, but really when you remove those optics and you just think about the message each one is trying to bring, they're both trying to bring a positive change, because the burqas, you're not able to identify who it is. So people can just go around committing crimes with their face covered. Like, I can't wear a ski mask out in public. Like, what are we talking about? And I understand that it is a part of faith, but they need to adjust that, because you are in Australia and we have different laws here. So where we can see your face at the very least, I think is a fine compromise. I also think that it's funny that this guy's supporting Islam, because I actually found out that he's a homosexual, and lapidation is the sentence for homosexuals in Islam. So supporting the people that want to see it. Yeah, I mean, I'm out of breath, bro. Like, I could keep going on, but man, I'd love to just be able to have a conversation with these guys, for them to be able to sort of like, hit me back a little bit, and then I can hit them back. And I think it would be great to be able to have a conversation, and maybe I would like to learn something from this guy. I don't know what that might be, but I'd love to learn something. And hopefully he has the same kind of outlook But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. This has just been a hilarious day. It's just a clown show here with these politicians, all about optics, never about the message and what actually means something. So yeah, like the Australian public's just fed up with it, and there is a huge movement, millions of people in this country that are against this kind of way that you operate in Parliament. I think we need to be more cutthroat, and I think these people just need to go. We need a huge change in this country, a huge change from the media to the government to the rhetoric that we use. I think it's just, yeah, we need to start being more Australian. What's fair is fair. So anyway, give a like and a comment, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.